Just a quick video of the Slew mod that Edouard posted on the ED forums. I was able to quickly get some sample prints produced so that we could evaluate the quality and how it would work. So certainly what you're looking at in this video is a lower quality than the prototype that Edouard shows in his video. I assure you the issues I'm about to show you are not related to that. Even this prototype that was produced with SLA is very, very sturdy. I played around with it. I followed his instructions to the letter, which are very, very good. The entire process took me about 30 minutes to do, and that's because I was being very careful, as the wires are quite, if you've ever been inside of your throttle before, you'll know they're quite sensitive. And so I tried to handle it with care. However, the issues with the mod are really, they have to do with the underlying slew sensor, not Edouard's design. Now, he mentions this to some degree in the first paragraph in his recommendation section, but I really wanted to illustrate what he was describing, which is the rotation that you're going to have from the slew. And I actually flew a combat mission last night with my squadron, and these issues really came to the fore. So now, perhaps it gets better with time, but what I want you to understand is the moment you just rest your hand on the throttle, notice as I touch it how easily it moves. That is actually affecting the sensor, right? The sensor is responding to that input. So my slew cursor was all over the place. My TAD scale kept changing. When my TGP was soy, I would set a SPI from it, and then the next thing you know, the TGP would be slewing around on its own. Well, I shouldn't say on its own, but just because I was very naturally, just holding my throttle, and very slight touches were affecting the slew sensor. So that was the first problem, that I was very frequently moving it. Now, Edouard does say, keep your hand in the center of the button, right? He describes that because he anticipates that problem. However, it's kind of impractical, because when you're in the middle of flying and you're moving, your hand is naturally going all over the stick, you're going to hit that slew. And there's really nothing you can do about it. I mean, the real issue is the underlying sensor needs to be more stiff, so that you have a little bit, you can make more deliberate actions, if you will. The second problem is, because it's so loose, there's this rotation. Again, Edouard alludes to this. Notice that when I twist it, it always goes back to the original rotation. So don't confuse that for this actual plastic slew key being not attached firmly to its base. It is. It's very firm, and I did not use any glue. Everything reassembled quite nicely. I like the idea of not using glue because if I want to put back the original slew, which I may, I can do that easily. But again, this rotation is the actual underlying slew center rotating, and that makes me a little nervous. Edouard wrote, that he went through a couple of these and that it has quite a bit of give in it, but I could certainly see that accidentally, twisting that thing all the way around. It's kind of hard to do it, but if you twist it all the way around, you could have a problem. I did not damage my slew control, but I am going to proactively order another from Thrustmaster, just because I can anticipate that thing going at some point, especially since I'm probably going to go back in the controller. So again, I hope this is useful to others. Really, the underlying slew sensor is what needs to be changed. I will